Well, good afternoon, good evening to all of you out there. This is the second video doing today because I've gotten a lot more things I need to get off my chest. Maybe I'm talking to myself, so a lot of this is just getting things out there. Because going down the rabbit hole with high frequency trading and the IEX market and naked shorts from the last 2 months for all my due diligence that I'm doing on my own, and I'm helping to contribute to some little sections of parts for people who need some help. But the credit goes all out to us, Christensen, Dr. T, and also David Lauer, AutoBit, and the people on Super Stonk. I thank you so much for it because all of the due diligence there is just phenomenal. Okay, hey, by the way, like this, yeah, my daughter made this for me, presented it to me because she's been listening to everything, and she's like, Dad, what are you talking about? Now she understands it. All right, so everything starts 1990s, okay? The problem with high frequency trading and exchange traded funds, okay, EFTs, and options trading together, they allowed shares to be sold short, okay? And basically these shares sold short would be scattered all over in various places, all right? Because when the whole high frequency trading things happened, things got very interesting very quickly and very fast. Whoever was faster to trade to close to zero, and pretty much like scalpers at a rock concert. You could be waiting in line to try and buy a ticket, waiting in line, but then scalpers come out and they beat you to everything. That's what's basically happening through different exchanges right now. But that's why the IEX exchange pretty much tries to make a fair playing game field. And that's why Citadel has been trying to sue IEX for unfair trading practices. All right. So basically in the year 2000s, high frequency trading began dominating the markets. Citadel, possibly the world's largest high-frequency trading firm, and his friends got involved and when realized that predictable returns can be made through ETF arbitrage. Okay, we know this. And of course, if you look at the IEX videos on YouTube, you'll understand that too. Index funds, like ETFs, they hold securities in certain proportions to track some index. To an authorized participant, AP, that's another word I used in my last video, AP, authorized participant, like Citadel, ETF shares are traded in baskets and they're exchangeable for ETF holdings, okay? Now, this is the most important thing here, okay? Because everything that happens, you can think about all this naked shorting and go back and look at some of the most popular things. Now, Wes Christensen, he did talk about a lot of things that happened in history, but if you look at Overstock, Patrick Byrne in 2006, he was warned about this when he was victimized by this process. He worked with Wes Christensen in 2006 to bring attention to the issue, right? But traction was soon lost in 2008 when a more immediate disaster popped up. Boom, boom, the housing thing happened, right? So all of this happens. But now the crazy thing about this is arrogance and ego, because that is what is pushing this market right now, right? Now, can you imagine GME, because it has 70 million shares outstanding, it's small compared to anything else. Blockbuster, they had 220 million. AMC has 450 million. And why this is so important, because where are the shares? Where'd they go? Demand for GME keeps rising, but supply is already at zero. Demand drives the price up. Lack of liquidity drives the price up. AP tries to scramble to find ETF shares, further increasing demand and decreasing ETF supply. But however, this time, providing the GME to cover shorts adds no extra supply. So the price for anything containing GME goes vertical, right? The whole process starts feeding itself in reverse. And I argue that this has already begun. The game, it is. There's so much going on here. And I really want you to think about everything that's happened in relation. I know AMC stock is all in news right now. You're going to hear about this left and right. Again, I'm going to say this, AMC is just the fuse. All right, when FOMO, the news, the media, do they want to talk about this? Well, we have one person who talked about this on CNBC over the weekend. But to understand the true consequences of this, it's bigger than just Citadel and the market makers. All right, it's a whole world thing, because high frequency trading doesn't have to exist. I don't think it has to, but they have to create a fair playing field. Do we need new rules? No, we don't. We just need people to enforce the rules that were there, and we also need some of the SEC and Finra to actually do their job and hold people accountable, and not just let Citadel, who I think in the couple last year or two, even maybe up to 5 years, but they had 58 violations. Yeah, 58 violations. Oh, sorry, it's like a speeding ticket. Speeding ticket. After a couple, you're going to lose your license. But no, they just pay a fine. They don't admit or deny it happened, but they'll just pay a fine. Save some time. But they need to have more accountability. Hold people, higher fines, and hold people accountable. Okay, if somebody in the street stole $100, what happens to them? They go to jail. But if somebody steals billions and billions of dollars, what do they do? Oh, they'll probably get a nice severance package and leave the company and go work on somebody else's board of directors. All right, so to all of you out there, understands that having skepticism is good. Being a skeptic is very good, but it's useful because you have to stay curious. And for what's kept me going down this rabbit hole, for me, is curiosity. I first got into this, and I want to say this, just again, I wanted to buy a new laptop. How can I upgrade my laptop? Invest a little bit. But then going down the rabbit hole like everybody else, things exploded. And of course, due diligence and people investigating and helping each other out, and you find little breadcrumbs, Hansel and Gretel breadcrumbs that lead you back. Well, the breadcrumbs are there, and as one person has said, the elephant footprints. The footprints are there, and they're large enough to follow all the way back. But we just need people to spread the word, get more social media out there and everything else, okay? Spread the word, that's the most important thing. The more people talk about this, the more it's in the news, the more things can get done. Not just regulations. The regulation is already there. We just need somebody to say, you know what, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. This is done. No more. Not allowed. And that is what's scaring the people. We saw what happened to trades, and a couple other people did have cybersecurity issues. So again, to all of you out there, be aware of this and know who you're dealing with. Citadel is one of the largest market makers in the world. All right, they have money and finances to do pretty much anything they want. And that is a scary thing. What we are, the retail investors. But right now, because there's so many retail investors pulling together, get our voices heard, that is what's keeping this momentum going. Getting the information out, sharing information, good due diligence, verifying, double checking, digging and digging, because everything's open. All right, everything's open. Everything's there to see. So anyway, all of you, stay safe, and yeah, just be aware of everything that's happening about what's going around you. All right, so take care. Bye-bye.